Okay, yeah, but you know what, Brian?
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Seriously, when you're in the middle of your creative juices up there on stage and the adrenaline is going.
Who gives a right?
Yeah.
Hello. A lot of things happened in 2003, but nothing happened that impacted us as much as our new Governor Schwarzenegger. So what we're going to do is we're here downtown in Petaluma. We're going to find out from the average person on the street how Governor Schwarzenegger has impacted their life. Here comes somebody right here. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir, if you look straight ahead, you're in radio. Your name is?
Where? Oh, hi, I'm Joe Namath.
Joe Namath?
Yeah.
I
want to kiss you.
All right.
I want to kiss you.
Yeah, all right. I think the question for today is what do you think of Governor Schwarzenegger?
I just want to kiss you. I don't care about him.
All right, thank you.
Can I kiss you?
No.
Can
But
I kiss you?
you can kiss the band.
Okay, I'll kiss you.
All right. Continuing on the street, anybody that happens to be walking. Here comes somebody right now. Excuse me. Your name is?
Will Durst. Hi. Recognize me?
Let's
rebuild California. Don't you hate potholes?
Wow.
I need more coffee.
Mr. Durst, what have you been doing recently?
Well, I've been working. I've been doing everything twice just to make sure it's done.
The question for today is, what do you think of Governor Schwarzenegger?
I love it. I think he's going to be great for all of California. Why, he's great for all the thinking comedians. And wait a minute, that's me. You can't make stuff up like that.
She's been Durst. Continuing on the street, we have time for maybe 50, 60 more people. Here's somebody right here. Your name is?
Michael Savage, Savage Nation. Got a glue problem.
Here, you know, it's amazing what you can do with paper mache.
I think the tape ain't holding.
All right.
I mean the tape. We're recording this, I meant, right?
All right. The question for a lot of people who don't know you, what do you do, Mr. Savage?
4 to 7, Hate Talk Radio, Michael Savage. I got the #1 book, the #1 radio show, and a lot of #1 stuff.
Right.
Michael Savage.
Yeah, Savage Nation.
You're not Jewish, are you?
No, I'm not.
All right.
All right. The question for today is, what do you think of Governor Schwarzenegger?
Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Savage Nation, did I mention that?
That's 4 to 7.
4 to 7, afternoon, Hate Radio. I am of two minds with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
First mine?
First, I don't like him because he's an immigrant.
Second mine?
I like him because he hates immigrants.
All right, thank you. Wow. A little close to home. We have time for just one more person. Here comes somebody right now. Excuse me, if you could step right here into the light. Your name is?
Gray Davis.
Sorry, I almost didn't recognize you.
I get that a lot.
You're almost translucent.
I don't cast a shadow.
Oh, you don't? That is weird. That is scary. What have you been doing recently?
Well, you know, I went on Letterman, and it was a triumph. So I'm trying to bulk up my show business resume, and
Really?
I'm auditioning for Disney's Mr. Rogers on Ice.
Thank you. That's been all the time we have for your man on the street.
Everybody's in a good mood and everybody's happy to see each other and go and get their alcoholic beverages and come back late. Happy holidays. I didn't. Somebody's yelling stuff out from us. Apparently there's one brain cell running around the room. Just jumps in the head. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, before I even start, I just want to take a moment. I want to dedicate my set to the memory of my grandparents, if that's okay. Is that all right? Is that all right? Thank you. Oh, they're not dead. They just have no memory whatsoever. They just celebrated their 76th wedding anniversary. I swear to God, 76 years. And I swear to God, why would I lie about that? I'm a comic, but that I'm not lying about. I swear. And people will come up to me and say, 76 years, oh my God, they must be old. No, they're in their 30s, you bonehead. Do the math. You know, and my grandpa, I just love him so much. He's like this big. Actually, he's about this big now, actually. And my grandma's like this big. It's like, you know, going to Munchkin Land when you go to visit them. And my grandma doesn't cook so well anymore, so we try to keep her out of the kitchen, so we've child-proofed the whole room. She just stands in the living room hoping somebody will get her coffee. And the only two parts of your body that never stop growing are your nose and your ears. He's starting to look like Mr. Potato Head just a little bit. And the older he gets, the more like a puppy he's becoming. You know what I mean? Because you feed him, you take him out for a walk, he poops, and then you put him down for a nap, is how it's working out. I do love them. They are just wonderful, wonderful people. But they have been married 76 years, and apparently next will be 77, God willing. And I will talk about it next year. And you can say, no! And I'll say, yes! And then we'll have a big knife fight. Oh, I got to tell you this story that happened in 2003. Now, I don't know if you read about this guy. Now, I'm sorry that it's the same name, my dear friend, Mr. Durst, but it was this guy, Robert Durst. And I read this in the paper. Y'all read? Because I said to one audience the other night, I said, how many people here read? And somebody yelled out, what channel is that on? So I always have to make sure. But I don't know if you follow this story. This Robert Durst. Did you follow this guy? Just raising your hand over here in the dark. Thank you very much. That's good. What? My first question was, is Will related? Why don't I go check and we'll come back to my show in a minute. Do I have any function up here whatsoever? Or am I just the focal point for abuse? Ma'am, this is what it looks like if I'm jumping. That's probably not going to happen at any point in the show. So anyway, let me tell you this story. This is a true story. This is a true story, like my grandparents, 76. I'm not making this up. Okay, lady? There's no winking involved. This is true. This guy, Mr. Robert Durst, a big-time realtor in New York, multimillionaire. Well, in the 70s, somehow misplaced his wife. Misplaced her. Whoops, don't know where she went. Okay? So he thought, best leave the state. So he dressed up like a woman. I don't know where that idea came from. Best dress up like a woman and become a mute. I don't know what that was all about either. And he moves to Texas, because apparently they had a shortage of transvestite mute women in Texas at that point. So he gets to Texas, and he has to rent a very lower income housing thing because apparently his credit rating had dropped drastically when he went from male to female and from speaking to non-speaking. I don't know what happened. And the guy across the hall, Mr. Black, sounds like a bad version of the game Clue. Mr. Black across the hall with a candlestick. You know, they become good friends, and they play cribbage, and they play and they play cards. And, well, anyway, one night they get in a little argument, and the gun goes off. The gun goes off. I don't know why it's always a gun that goes off. How come it's never a rock that goes off? Or maybe a tiddlywink, or a bungee cord. No, it's always a gun. So the gun goes off, and now Mr. Black is dead in Mr. Durst's living room. Dead. And Mr. Durst thinks, well, I better do something, because if they find Mr. Black dead in my living room here, me in panties and not talking, they're going to wonder what happened to the first wife in New York, and I might have some problems. So what he does is he takes Mr. Black and he chops him up into little pieces. Right? Right? Chops him up into little pieces. And he throws him into the bay. Right? Giving a whole new meaning to the term chum. Oh, what are you, a fisherman? Shut up. And he goes on trial, and he cops to it. He admits it. He says, yes, I chopped him up. Yes, I threw him in the bay, but you know what? The shooting part, that was a mistake. So he's going under the oops defense. And they find him not guilty. Not guilty. Now, I had no idea that the OJ jury was on tour this summer. Is that unbelievable? That's worth, man, you can go and get yourself, go look it up in the library. Oh, I know you will, won't you, you bastard? You will, huh? And you'll come back with notes. God damn it, it wasn't Mr. Durst. It was a guy named Bob.